you don't have a construction background, you don't have a hotel background, and you came to a country that you've been to once before?
And I don't speak the language.
And you don't speak Spanish. Perfect. This is what everybody wants to know right now.
Right.
How did you do it?
Right.
You are watching Everything Costa Rica. I'm Toni. Today I have a very special guest, Toni. I didn't mess up her name. It was like, that's an easy one for me. Anyways, could we jump into where are we right now, and then what have you done here?
Yeah, we are in Dominical, which is on the Osa Peninsula in Costa Rica.
Beautiful.
La posada tenemos.
What have I done here? I bought an old hostel.
Okay.
And I turned it into a beautiful hotel.
It seems very beautiful.
Thank you.
Doesn't say hostel to me at all.
Yeah,
Right.
It doesn't look anything like it did.
Yeah.
It took a year and a half of remodeling, a lot of blood, sweat, and tears, but I think it turned out beautiful. I'm really proud of.
Yeah, for sure. When
how it
we
turned
came
out.
up to it, we were like, I don't know if that's like, can we go in there? But then you came running out and said hello.
Yeah.
Which is very nice. It takes a great personality to run a restaurant for sure. Restaurant or hotel.
Right, yeah.
Anything to do with that.
You have to be very dynamic all the time and kind of be ready for a variety of different personalities.
Right.
But I think it's super fun.
Cool. Can we get a little bit of your background before you decided to be a hotelier?
Sure. I am from California, so I lived there almost my entire life. I have a master's degree in public health. I worked in healthcare my whole life.
Wow.
Yeah. But something kept drawing me back to Costa Rica.
Okay.
I came here in my early 20s, backpacked around for 6 weeks, had the best time of my life. And every few years I kept thinking, oh, I'm going to go back to Costa Rica. And coming to this area, this southern zone of Costa Rica, it's very friendly, close, tight-knit people, and it's walkable.
Right.
So that's really appealing when you don't have to pay for a rental car or bus around everywhere.
Yeah.
So I kept coming back to this zone. Over time, you develop friends, a sense of community. I became friends with the owner of the hostel here.
Okay.
She was.
Is this where you stayed when you were in your 20s?
I did.
Really?
Yes.
That's amazing. So you came back and bought the whole place.
I did,
Wow.
yes.
Well
So
played.
during COVID, she actually called and reached out to me knowing that I might be interested. And she's in her 70s. She was tired of running it, and it was super slow. So
Yeah.
yeah, worked out.
Yeah, timing is pretty good for you too.
It's perfect.
It seems to be very busy. Could you tell us a bit about, so you made a substantial investment
Right.
in time and cash
Right.
to make this happen, and then now how's it going since you opened? What was it like reopening, I guess?
Well, I've never worked in a hotel in my life.
Right.
So it's been an experiment of sorts, but super fun. New challenges every single day, but
Yeah.
also I'm learning constantly, not just about the customer service, but small details. For example, one guest had said, it would be really nice if you had shampoo and conditioner dispensers in the showers.
Right.
And I was like, yeah, you're right. That would be great. So I did that, and they have since returned and were super happy that I took their
Yeah.
advice. I think really I understand people. I've always been a manager or director of some sort in healthcare, and that's when people are at their worst, right? They're miserable, they're sick. And so now I think working with people when they're super happy is so much easier.
You're on the beach in Costa Rica, on
It's
vacation.
Super
Yeah.
fun. Even some people that might be super tired, they come in and they're really worn out, and you can see that, and I have the ability to win them over and turn their trip around.
Nice.
So it's always fun. It's an
Yeah.
adventure, but it's always fun.
Super rad. What about the construction side of things? So coming in, you don't have a construction background, you don't have a hotel background, and you came to a country that you've been to once before,
And I don't speak the language.
and you don't speak Spanish. Perfect. This is what everybody wants to know right now.
Right.
How did you do it?
Right.
So what was it like getting somebody to do the tile, or buying tables or coffee machines or washing machines, all that sort of stuff? What was that like?
Yeah, so I got very, very lucky. I would say I developed a super close friendship with a person or family that owns a hardware store near to here.
Right.
He also has construction crews.
Okay.
So I got a lot of assistance from him.
Right.
He also helped me navigate Costa Rican laws for permitting processes. He helped me get the use permits, the operating permits. He helped me with all of it.
So it sounds like you kind of found a mentor. a little bit?
Yeah, very helpful. Very helpful.
So
friend.
finding some sort of mentor to come into this would be a
was an
suggestion?
essential piece.
Essential. Okay,
essential,
perfect.
right? I mean, even the banking system is so difficult to understand here.
Right.
It's not like anything we're used to. It's a bit archaic, actually.
Right. So did you set up a corporation and then set up a bank account and then buy this as an asset under that? Is that how it worked? Or
Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
Exactly.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. And actually, in order to open a business bank account in the corporation name, I had to get a letter from the attorney stating, that I'm the owner of this corporation, which holds a business that will make money. Then I had to get another letter from an accountant talking about what the potential monthly income was going to be, so that they can monitor, and when it goes above that potential income threshold, they would know to start questioning me, right?
Right.
So you can't even open a bank account without an attorney and an accountant.
Yeah, definitely. And then a business plan, did that help you out in that? Did you present any sort of business plan?
I'm sure my attorney did.
Yeah, okay. All right, yeah, cool. Perfect. So that's what it was like starting it up. And then now, because you're not a plumber or electrician, or that's not your gig,
Right.
but it has become a little bit of your gig.
Yeah, of course it has to be. I think that in some of my experience, I have bought and sold multiple fixer-uppers in California.
All right.
So probably, I think I've had 10, maybe 12 houses.
That's a lot of houses.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah, and so that did help me with this process,
sure.
right? Just to have a general understanding of how electrical works, of how plumbing works, of how a septic system works.
Yeah.
It helps me to troubleshoot potential problems, and then I can call somebody to just come fix that problem, as opposed to having to call somebody to
find out
the problem. So it does save me, my experience has saved me a lot of money in that way.
Wonderful.
Although I don't feel comfortable, right? Like, I don't want to pull out a breaker and replace it, so I still have to pay people to do those types of things.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Don't pull the breaker out if you don't know what you're doing with the breaker. Don't pull it out.
Yeah,
that's a good.
I will tell you though too. Another good thing is that this community is very small. I'm friends with, I would say 80% of the other business owners here in Dominical. We have a really close, tight-knit group. We're all on a WhatsApp group together. We have like 80 participants on our group. And so we're always connected. And so if I have questions or I need help, I can reach out to any of these individuals.
And stuff too, right?
Always.
Right.
I don't think any of us compete with each other. I think we move forward with the understanding that if I succeed, you succeed, and vice versa.
Yeah, because that is the truth.
Right.
For sure. Now, what's business like? So you're open, it's beautiful, you've got systems and process in place, you've got marketing. Do you market?
Yeah, I do it all myself.
You do it all? So
yes.
Instagram, Facebook?
Yep.
TikTok?
No TikTok.
No TikTok?
No. So yeah.
I'm trying to learn TikTok myself.
I'm watching videos on TikTok.
Right. It just takes you away from marketing. Totally.
Yeah, but I built the website myself.
Okay.
I manage the Instagram and Facebook myself. I do have my staff help out.
Yeah. Do you do bookings.com and Airbnb and that sort of stuff as well?
Everything.
Everything.
All of it.
Okay. And what's that part of the business like? Is that like a job in its own?
Yes, it is. It is. You have to set up profiles on all the individual, they're called OTAs.
Okay.
So you set up as many profiles as you want, and whatever OTAs you feel are the most important for your area.
What is OTA? What is this?
I don't know what it actually stands for. I just know that that's what the general terminology is for those like booking sites.
Okay.
So Expedia, hotels.com, booking.com.
And you got to get in them all, huh?
Yes.
And what kind of fees do those people take? Like, say if you rent a room for, what is a más o menos a room cost per night?
Right now, about $90.
Okay, so say $100.
Yeah.
If out of $100 and it's booked on booking.com, how much would you kind of receive on that?
Well, booking.com, I think they take about 18%. I can't remember the
20,
exact.
like
it's
that,
really right around that area for all of the different sites. Yeah.
Okay, great. So it's definitely worth it?
Well, that's a loaded question.
Oh.
They're all a little bit different. So, for example, Airbnb takes a direct 15%, which is, I think, a lower end of the percentage rates for commission. And then every time someone books and pays, the day they show up to check in, they automatically just put that amount in your bank account. So it's super seamless, very easy. There's no additional hidden fees.
Okay.
Now, Expedia, they do the bookings. you get the bookings online. You have to go onto the Expedia website. You have to make an invoice based on your bookings. Then they take the 20% commission, and then when they take the 20% commission, in order to put it into my Costa Rican bank account, they automatically deduct $25 off of that. So it's like they take their commission plus a $25 cut just to put it in the bank, and I have to invoice them myself. It's not like they just pay me automatically.
I'm not good at invoicing.
Right, so if I forget, I just don't get paid.
Yes. Everybody else gets paid, but I don't get paid.
So there's good things and bad things to all the sites.
Yeah. And do you find you've built some reoccurring customers?
Oh,
People
yeah.
come back and back again?
Of course. I have lots of recurring customers.
Okay.
I have local people, and I have people from all around the world that have come back. I've only been open a year and a half, and I still have return customers from all over.
Wow. And then what would you say, a year and a half, it's hard to get data from that, but like if you were to say a yearly occupancy, kind of what kind of area are you in? Like 10%, 90%, 50%?
Also a difficult question. We have basically like 5 really busy, beautiful months and 7 really slow months.
Okay.
So in the 7 slow months, I could have 0 occupancy or 50%, you know, just depending on the day of the week, if it's a holiday or something like that. But like right now, from December until May or May-ish, I'm usually at about 80 to 100%.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's like fantastic.
Yeah. Well, that also helps that I have only a small place, right?
Yeah. How many rooms do you have here?
I have 6 rooms here downstairs, and then I have the fully furnished 2-bedroom apartment upstairs.
Okay. And then do the rooms downstairs go out first and then the up, or?
Nope, just depends.
Just depends.
Just depends. You know, if you have a family coming through, someone that has a couple kids, there's a second bedroom, so it's separate. Parents can have their own private space.
Awesome.
A lot of times too, a lot of surfers run through here. So you'll get, I'll get like a group of teenage boys, for example, and they all want that space because if they rent it together, it's a lot cheaper than renting individual hotel rooms.
Okay, yeah, makes sense. All right, well, I think that's all the information I wanted to get from you.
Great.
Yeah, fantastic. I love your place. I think it's so neat and organized. I wish you the best of success.
Thank you very much.
All right.
Appreciate it.
In Nicaragua, we say adios, nos vemos. But here, I think you guys rock Puerto Vida?
Pura vida.
Puerto Vida.
Nos vemos.
Nos vemos?
Sí.
You nos vemos here?
Sí, claro.
All right then. Thank you for watching Everything Costa Rica. Nos vemos.
Nos vemos.